Okay, we should hear me. So we're gonna speed run. Some of the ingredients are already prepped. We have a lot of dishes to do, unfortunately. So I'm trying to go to a book signing. So we need to hurry. Like, we need to do this like this. Luckily, as you may or may not know, a lot of the ingredients are already prepped. We cut up some bell peppers, the other day, and what's it? Cut up the bell peppers yesterday, actually, to be exact. And then fucking I mandolined some onions a little earlier. So let's go ahead. I need to put you on charger. There's like a book signing in not very long from now, and I haven't showered in over a week. So, at the very least, I need to be able to wash my face. So, kitchen. Kitchen. Come on. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, so we're sight reading a recipe today. I sort of looked at it a little bit earlier, but also not really. So, yeah, so we have dishes to do already because I didn't finish all the dishes from last night. We went out to eat today. There's not a lot of room in the fridge, so I don't know what the fuck this woman wants. But yeah, so there's leftover sinigang from us eating sinigang earlier today. We already unplugged this. Probably don't need to. Did she take the water out? I put water in there for a fucking reason. What is she doing? No context clues. There we go. These are some extra noodles. We've been out overnight. I don't care. Waste not one. All right. These are dishes we need to do at some time later. We're mostly frying today, so I'm gonna do like a frying pan situation. Wash my hands. We have, what is it? I'm wearing the Yellow Rangers shirt today. I guess you could say it's like a costume, maybe. The battery is low, phone. Let me look at the ESCABECHE. It should be, yeah, it's in here. Okay, so what do we do? Salt all over the fish slices, stand 5 minutes. I know she didn't do that. Heat the frying oil, fry both sides of the fish until it turns golden brown in color. Remove fish. Arrange on the serving plate. Make the escabeche sauce by heating 2 tablespoons of oil in a pan. Then it's garlic, ginger, onion. Okay, so we need to defrost the ginger. Where's the ginger that I prepared? So I have frozen ginger that we prepared from, I don't remember. So we need to let that defrost. Because oil and water are not friends, and ice and oil are not friends. So bell peppers, carrots into a pan. So it's banana, ketchup, vinegar, sugar, water go together. Oh, fantastic. I like the way they wrote this. Let's go. Okay. Is it... I'm gonna do that because the fish is just hanging out. I'm not worried about that. I just kind of want to speed everything along. So banana, ketchup, vinegar, sugar, water together. It's just tablespoons of stuff, right? Tablespoons? Fantastic. Okay. Tablespoons of stuff. Which of you are dry? How many tablespoons of sugar? 3 tablespoons? Sure.
야, 70%.
Sorry about that. I know that's loud. We've been kind of running the battery a lot. When I turned on the computer today, my keyboard didn't want to work, which was distressful. But we have another keyboard, so that came in. Luckily, had another keyboard. But if I did not have another keyboard, that would have been really, really fucking stressful. You know what I'm saying? Okay, sugar. I'm gonna follow the recipe, and if she's mad, then that's her fault because she chose this recipe. 2, 3. That is a lot. Okay. Okay. Let me get a bigger bowl. Estimating how much this is. So that's the sugar. Is there anything else that's dry that I can measure out? Tablespoon of cornstarch. Okay, so there's gonna be a slurry. Good to know. I'm really only used to slurries because of like Chinese food. Chinese food is basically my introduction to cornstarch slurry. That's the only time I've ever been really exposed to it. So, you know, cornstarch, water, okay, gonna be a slurry, you know? And I was like, wow. I never realized that was what, like, made shit thick. I was just like, wow, how'd they do that? You know what I mean? Like, not a lot of deep thinking. What? 1 tablespoon of cornstarch? Okay, so 1 tablespoon. What else needs to be a dry measurement? Salt and pepper to taste. Yeah. 2 tablespoons of salt. That's mostly for the fish. But I'm sure she did not do that. I'm going to take the fish out so we can just take a look at it. So this is the fish that she chose for the escabeche. I don't know, mackerel, maybe? I don't know. I'm not really good at, like, looking at a fish and be like, I know what you are. I'm not good at typing. So, I'm gonna do a little, maybe, sprinkle of kosher salt. Since kosher salt is, like, for meat. Oh, it's still animal proteins. Oh, you know. So what does it say? I need to coat it. Rub salt all over the slices. Okay, so it said 2 tablespoons. We'll do 1 because she might not like this. Okay. I think that's it for dry. Then the rest will be wet, or I need to, yeah, it'll be white vinegar, banana ketchup. We already, oh, there's a carrot. Okay, so we need to fuck with a carrot. We need to fuck with some ginger, an onion. Well, we already cut the red onion. Someone said red onion, so I did that. All right. Weather's been kind of interesting. It's been very windy, which, is like hard for me because I like freeze. I get cold inside of buildings. So, So I'm like trying to get the salt kind of around everything instead of just clumping in one spot. There's definitely been seasoning with vinegar because I smell it. Again, we don't typically salt the food, but I'm gonna follow the instructions. I did do less though, so instead of 2, I did 1. Right. And then salt is pretty coarse, so like I'm gonna know if there was salt on there, right? Okay. So it says to let that hang out for 2 minutes. It's gonna probably hang out longer than that because I need to fuck with a carrot. So let me get one of these carrots out. And because we're doing an any percent speed run, I don't give a fuck. So we're not gonna wash this carrot. We're just gonna. Usually I wash the carrot and then I peel. Can't be bothered. Cannot be fucked right now. So, ooh, I'm sorry. Do we also have another banana ketchup because it sounds spicy? Okay. Just wanted to make sure because the one I have upside down in the kitchen to try to get the rest of it is like it's spicy. Pretty sure they are not gonna like that. So I'm just gonna move these red onions. I was looking at an escabeche recipe, but maybe I was not looking at the right escabeche because this one does not seem to say anything about red ass onion. So now I'm wondering, did I misread or did I read another person's whatever? Anything, red onion, red onion. Red onion? Anybody? No? Well, okay then. It says 1 onion. I guess we're just gonna use the red one and hope for the best. Yeah, it doesn't say red or yellow. Hopefully it's okay. I hear like ringing in my ear. That's not comforting. Okay, where's the peeler? Let's put you here for now because you're actually kind of dry. Finally. Peeler. Okay, we'll use this one. Not my favorite. Sorry for the Dutch angle. Kind of seems appropriate for day. Put this knife somewhere so I don't hurt myself. Again, usually we wash, then peel. Can't be fucked. We're just gonna peel. And then I'm gonna check how they wanted this prepared. Oh, thank you. Compost pile collection. What does it say about this carrot? Carrot. Julienne. Oh, bitch. I don't like that. Do I have something? Would we julienne here, or would this just like turn it into juice? I think this is just gonna turn it into. We can try real quick. Okay, that's just grating it. Okay, well, now we know. Ugh. About think maybe. Okay, so usually when you use sharp things, please go slowly. Okay. I'm gonna slow down a little bit now because wait, this one? No. We're just gonna say that's julienne, okay? Still kind of grated, but we're gonna say that this is julienne because it's, you know, kind of like a matchstick, sort of. So we're just gonna say it is. Okay, that's good. Big chunk. All right. Now, carrots off to the side. And again, garlic and onion are always a suggestion. So we have the onion. So now we need the garlic. We're going to use a press today. I'm sure we have a press somewhere. We should anyway. We should have like 2 presses, but I just haven't seen them in a while. Is that you? Fantastic. Okay. I feel like maybe I damaged the cleaver because the handle looks a little crooked. So since the cleaver handle looks crooked, I definitely do not want to like fuck with it too hard. Even though I feel like I was getting better at the Martin Yan method. If it's looking like that, then perhaps not. So maybe I'm not doing the method right? So we're just gonna have to figure something out. So I'm thinking about getting like one of those like slap chop type of choppers. I think those are really good. If I can get something that's analog, you know, I would prefer it because like I just want to like a slightly less dependency on like electronic stuff when I can, especially when it's like something that all of us can use at the house. Because it takes out like a little bit of the learning curve for the rest of them. Like my mom was trying to figure out how to open a water bottle. Like you know how sometimes at restaurants they'll have like a glass water bottle that you have at your table to like for the table, right? I was like trying to help her figure out how to do it on her own, you know? And like it took a while cuz like she doesn't take the time to assess the problem and like try to figure it out, you know? Like ever. Like this is not just like in particular situations. It's like she's like this with everything. So, you know, I'm just going to do that to try to fuck up the skin a little bit. And then, wait, is that all together? Garlic, ginger, oil, onion. Garlic, ginger, onion together. Okay, so I need another bowl. Okay. Because the onions are a lot. Don't be noisy, stomach. We fed you. We fed you. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh, okay. Okay. Been really windy. So. All of my Southeast Asian friends are hopefully sleeping right now. Okay. Garlic, ginger, onion. Maybe one more. Garlic is always a suggestion for recipes. Okay, if you like garlic, do more. If you don't, probably do less. But in my head, it is always a suggestion. So I usually just like look and be like, is that enough? And if in my eyeballs it seems like it's not enough, then it's not, you know, then you add more. So there. Oh! But yeah. Garlic. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't like push all the way through. And so like there's weird kind of sized ones. And try to dislodge all of it. So we can use like all of it, right? I did see a hand chopper that I was interested in, so we'll see. I might try to get it. Okay. So it's garlic. Okay, ginger. Let's see if any of this kind of sort of defrosted. So again, icy. So there we go. I think that's good. Yeah, 2 thumbs of ginger, sure. So that's gonna come a little later, but those all go together, so we'll just keep them together like that. Banana ketchup and the sugar. Oh, cup of water. Oh, it's a good thing I put that in a bigger container. All right. So these guys go together. Fantastic. Need to figure out when that carrot happens. This already has the sugar. So now we need 3 tablespoons of white vinegar, 4 tablespoons of banana ketchup. 3 tablespoons of white vinegar. Let's do that first. One, 2, 3. Now we need 4 tablespoons of banana ketchup. It's so interesting that these go together, but okay. First time making this, so right. Don't ask me how the banana ketchup works. It just does. Okay, it's sweeter, it's thicker, kind of congeals a little bit. Like clots, I guess. Okay, 1. Oh, thank you. Guess you can't see that, sorry. Come on. Two. Wait, is it spicy? Oh. Well, it's okay, it's fine. Hopefully it'll be fine. There. 4. Whoops. I'm sure it'll be fine. And a cup of water. Okay, let me get a cup of water. banana ketchup because it'll definitely get sticky and awkward later. Okay. Okay, so the bell pepper and the carrots and the green onion, I mean the red bell pepper, green bell pepper, and carrots go together. My apple. Where are the bell peppers that I fucking prepared? What? You? No? Dude. No. Are we shitting ourselves right now? I had extras from yesterday. I didn't use all of them on this motherfucking pizza. I get so upset when I can't find shit that I'm supposed to find. What are we fucking doing? Where I can't find food that I prepared for the next day. Is this you? Okay, Jesus. I'll be really fucking pissed. Okay. Carrots, red pepper, green pepper. Okay. That's all figured out. Okay. Slurries later. I fry fish both sides, golden brown. Remove fish and arrange on a plate. Oh, okay. So the sauces. Got it. Got it. Okay. Okay, that should be everything. Alright. So the sauce, veggies, stuff. We just didn't put the water with the whatever. So we'll just fry fish maybe one by one, or how many are there? We'll use the bigger pan. Bigger, slightly deeper frying pan. I don't want to prepare for forever. Yeah. 4:30. I preferably want to be done by 5-ish. That way we can get kind of decent, find parking, buy the book. Yeah. Support a local bookstore, support an Asian author, learn about Thai food. It's gonna be a fucking good ass day. As long as we hurry the fuck up. So we're just gonna use all the oil today. Okay, fantastic. Today is an oil day, and hot ass oil freaks me out. But you know, the fish is not gonna fry itself. So okay, and then we need to get a plate. Let me get a plate so all of this can be pretty on the plate. I'm gonna get some paper towels for underneath, so at least you know the oil will have some chance of escaping a little bit. I'm gonna put this plate off to the side for now. The oil is still heating. Okay. That sauce gonna fit into my cute little. I don't think it's gonna fit into the cute. Yeah, I think it needs a bigger pot for that one. Maybe this one. This one, 'cause it's got a lid. Right. I'll go ahead and just start the sauce so I can multitask right now. So we need a little bit of oil for this sauce. So just a little bit of oil. A little bit more. We don't really need to worry about preparing any more ingredients. Right? Okay, so we can close off the compost pile. We can probably start cleaning dishes, honestly. I'm gonna move all of these water containers off to the side. Oh wait, I can dump out the tea from yesterday, so tea from yesterday. So it was jasmine flowers and chamomile, so we can get that ready to clean. And then I had a tea bag from like last week. So we'll go ahead and put what I like to do is that when I have a tea bag, I want to wait till it's like dry. That way it's a little bit easier to get the stuff inside the compost pile. But this one got really, I guess, really dry. And like maybe became one with the bag. Okay, whatever. All right. Okay, the oil's smelling delicious because the oil to me smells delicious. Let me just move some stuff around. Oil sounds like it's starting. Okay. Let me put a few more things away so I don't hurt myself later. I'll start eating the fish. They didn't say anything about me needing to pat dry the fish before we whatever. I feel like, oh my god, bitch. I feel like we need to, but I also kind of feel like I can't be fucking bothered. So I just, which is, you know, interesting for someone who is like really, really afraid of cats. So, you know what I mean? We're just gonna see how this goes. Okay. So I put some of our dishes away so we can have, oh my god, why are we not getting blush? Okay, things might get interesting, as in scary. So just add another table. And ooh. Let me put on an apron because I'm scared. Okay. All right, let me get some tongs. I'm scared. I'm scared. Please don't hurt me. Okay. So we're frying the fish. There's six more pieces after this, so we'll go ahead and start the sauce at the same time. So again, that was 1 red onion, enough garlic to make me satisfied, and some ginger that we had prepared at a much earlier time. I don't remember when. So we're just gonna. We used to have a better way of doing top down, but the magnet didn't last. So. Okay, it's 4:40. I'm trying to figure out in my head if I really have time. Because I can always buy the book. It's just there's going to be a signing. I hope you can hear the frying. I don't know if you can. Okay, I feel like it sounds different to you than it does to me. It actually sounds pretty nice to me. I was just listening on the other phone. It does not sound nice to you. It sounds like crashing waves of something. So. Okay, they seem pretty soft. Or did they want the ginger to be soft? Hold up. Okay. All right, now we're gonna add the liquid. Stir and let boil. Okay, so we need to let this boil. All right. That's fine by me. Okay, so I'll just do some dishes while that's working or whatever. That means I need to get in this drawer a little bit, so. I'll watch like one or two things and then we will, is it this one? Okay. One or two things and then we will, kind of see how we'll kind of move on to that. Flip it over. This is not boiling yet. Okay, yeah, I would say that's goldenish. Okay, why are we? Are we not all the way ready to turn? Why are y'all not ready to turn? You guys. I don't want to be here forever. You need to start frying properly. The other one's not really boiling though. Okay, maybe a little bit higher. All right. So we have 2 pots in the sink to clean, the tiny mandolin, a sharp knife, the garlic thingamabob, a couple bowls, some silverware. Are we starting to bubble up sauce? Trying to bubble up. Oh my god, why do you act like you don't know where shit goes? Oh, okay. Please don't be mad, stove. Yo, Artemis! Hello. Sorry I didn't see that. Thanks for that check-in. I'm just off to the side, fucking around with some dishes. Okay, let me just take a look. I'm gonna see if we got brown on this other side. I'm pretty sure we did. Yeah. I'm gonna start taking off some of the fish so we can do the second round of fishies. Or fish pieces, I guess, to be more exact. Oh my god, fuck! Okay. Yeah. Golden. Not quite crispy for some reason, but man, it's like really windy outside. Why is this not crispy? Okay. Okay, second round of fish. Oh, this looks so good. OMG. Ooh, thank you. I appreciate it. I try. So what we're doing was we're frying the fish, and then this sauce is like gonna go on top. My mom requested this, so I'm a little surprised because like I've made other types of fish where the sauce goes on top, and like she's not into it, so I'm kind of confused right now. Like it's cooked, but it's like, you know, the skin isn't crisping, and I don't know if that's just because of the salt, but the recipe told me to put salt, so I'm confused. I mean, it tastes good. Tastes good. So, I don't know. We need this to boil for real before we get to the next step. So it's kind of boiling, but I need like a more aggressive boil for me to like believe it, you know? So we're trying to rush this today because there's this book signing event that's happening in 2 hours. Yeah, like a rolling boil. Yeah, I want something aggressive that's telling me, hey, I'm boiling. Stop ignoring me, I'm boiling, you know? And I just don't feel like we're there yet, you know? And I'm like, it's a pie, family pie. It's this chef based in like Tennessee, and like his parents were, I guess, a restaurateur because like, you know, they had a Thai restaurant in Tennessee, and he's, I guess, doing a bookstore shop here. So I just heard about it like today, so I'm very fucking interested. Especially with how he answered some of the questions, because like, you know, the interviewers were not Asian, right? So like they already have like the whole Asian food is complicated and mysterious, what is in it, you know, type of thing. And so I like the way he answered some of the questions. I found so many good books from signing events. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been to a signing event. There is this there's one author, they actually live here. Or if they don't live here, they're close by because like they were at an event where they were talking about zines and like advocating for Palestine. And they were in the middle of like, well, maybe not the middle, but they were in the process of like finalizing their book to be, you know, published and stuff, right? And I was like, oh my gosh, wow, you know what I mean? So like, you know, I see them on Instagram, but like, you know, like I'm seeing them like in person, and they're congruent, you know, like the stuff they talk about online, they're also talking about when they're not making content, right? So it was really nice to like see them in person, and learned a little bit about zines, and yeah, they have a book called Genocide Bad because, you know, it is. And I don't know, it's just, if they had a book signing, you know, hell yeah, all day. Probably have to save up for it because if I remember correctly, their book's a little expensive. But they're also doing like a giveaway for their book right now. I mean, we're talking about places to give money. If you want to give money to what's going on in Jamaica with the hurricane that came through or is coming through, because I didn't check, but it was predicted to land yesterday, Hurricane Melissa, and it's supposed to be, unfortunately, like really catastrophic. So, so they were talking about, like, you know, 100 people got murdered in Gaza yesterday, and then the hurricane hit, and more fucked up shit's happening in Sudan. And so they were talking about like places to donate or whatever, or all three of those situations, while also acknowledging that there's going to be 40 million Americans that are losing access to their food. You know what I mean? So I think everybody I've seen so far who's been talking about like donating to organizations that are helping Jamaica or Sudan or Palestinians, they've all been like, if you can, you can, and if you can't, then obviously, because like some of us won't have food access soon, right? Like if you have it, you have it, and if you don't, that's, you know, that's fine. You just need to repost it. You know what I mean? Social currency is currency. So, and then there was another lady before this author person posted their post about Jamaica, Sudan, and Palestine. And she made a video with a bunch of different places to donate to. I need to update one of my timed commands because I found some organizations that I think would be good to donate to. They're smaller organizations, and you know they're helping like more specifically marginalized groups, like the rural farmers or rural food producers. Jamaica Women's Rural Food Producers Group and the Caribbean Gender Alliance sound like really promising organizations to help, because especially in the Gender Alliance, because it sounds like they have a very, you know, defined situation with their website. I couldn't really find like if there is ways to support the rural food producers organizations. Because, you know, like after a disaster, it's gonna be hard for people to feed themselves. You know? Okay, you're sort of boiling, kinda. It looks like you're reducing a little bit. I don't know if you're supposed to. Let's just assume you're supposed to. But I guess I can check the fish to see if one side is browning or not. Probably not. Okay, a little bit on the golden side. That's nice. Oh, yeah, there we go. Nice. Oh, sorry. Here we go. All right, now we all know that I'm terrified of oil, so hold on. There we go. Yeah, maybe now I can turn over that other piece. There we go. So there's vinegar involved in the sauce, and I'm pretty sure she used a little bit of vinegar in the seasoning. I feel like this fish skin is like really thin because it's like it's not really crisping. Like it's turning golden but not crisping, which is weird for me. But you know, whatever. It's fine. Oh, cable, please don't drop. There's too much food and liquid here. So once this gets to what we, might consider a rolling boil, then we'll add more stuff to the sauce. I'm glad we started this at the same time because apparently it's taking a while. Let me just. There we go. But yeah, I think it smells delicious in here, but I really like fish. I like fish. I like fried fish. I like the smell of fried food. Everything smells really good right now in the kitchen. But not everybody's into fish, so, you know. Like yesterday, when we were making the bunbole, it's a lot of shrimp paste. There are a lot of people that are not that into shrimp paste. Not only the smell, but the taste. But for a lot of people, it's the smell. They're like, eh. So just I feel like I like a lot of really smelly food. And that's definitely not for everybody. Not many people are super into smelly food. Or smelly drinks. I like smelly booze too. So not because it's smelly, but it just like the booze I like happens to be smelly. So like, you know, um but yeah, everything smells delicious. Especially if you like fish. Maybe a little less if you don't. Maybe a little less if you don't enjoy um, you know, our homies in the sea. So or the ocean. Ugh. I enjoy all fish that isn't tuna. Oh. Did you have like a Did you have like a situation? This one's gonna take a while to dry. I don't really like fish that have a lot of teeny tiny bones, so I'm not sure what it is, but the smell doesn't agree with me. I'm sorry. There's like this one canned tuna I really like, and it's like it's got truffle oil. I wonder if you could try it again with truffle oil and that would change things. Small bones. I did choke once at the time. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Small bones are definitely not a fun time. Not a fun time. Takes forever to deal with, you know. I much like it when they have nice big bones. Nice big prominent bones. Okay, are we okay? I feel like somewhat stronger boil. Not quite what I would consider, you know. But maybe it's to reduce. Maybe that's what we're trying to do here. I don't know. Didn't say anything about like look for reduction or something. Let me see. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's boiling because it's like it's just kind of taking a while. So all of this is going into this tiny ass pot. So let's oh my god! Why did you do that just now? Okay, I need a glove. I need a glove. It said 1 red bell pepper, 1 green red bell pepper, and then a carrot. So that's, you know, that's what happened. All right. Okay, it says 3 minutes for the sauce. Okay, and I'm gonna take this fish out. It'll cook down, right? I'm gonna assume it will. I've never made this before, so we're gonna. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, because like the sauce already reduced so much before it like hit that boil. So I'm hoping. I'm hoping sugar, you know, does something to like I don't know, make it chill out or something. Ah! Ah! Woo! Okay, okay, okay. Bruh. Your skin won't stretch, but you don't want to get off that pan. Alright. Okay. I need an adult. But I am the adult, so. Okay. So it looks like it's not just a tiny bit of liquid and a lot of other things, which is nice. I'm guessing because carrots are liquidy. Hopefully, that's the reason. And bell peppers too. Okay, y'all. Woo! Y'all sound angry. Y'all sound angry. But you're also not trying to get out of hand. Alright. Let me try this. Okay. Alright. Is that really it for the sauce? Combine the cornstarch and 2 tablespoons of water. Mix well. Pour the mixture into the pan. Okay. Let me get that tablespoon again. There is indeed a slurry for this situation. So let me just get that slurry ready. After we get the slurry ready, maybe we can revisit the let's get those fishes out of the pan. So I had a tablespoon of cornstarch off to the side because I was trying to measure all the dry ingredients with the tablespoon spoon earlier before I measured out liquid ingredients. So I did the cornstarch first, and then I did sugar for this sauce that you see over here. So I'm just gonna get a glove again because these handles are not cool to the touch. Okay, so I'm just gonna maybe do another little stir, make sure we're all in this together, you know. There we go. Let me get that cornstarch slurry again. I'm just gonna put the whole ass thing in there. And we're gonna make sure to it definitely seems less watery now. I just want to make sure. We'll lower the temperature. We'll just turn it off because there's definitely residual heat. Pretty. All right, this sauce is looking good. Okay, we'll just let you hang out on the stove. Let me get these last 2 pieces of fish. Hopefully they're ready to go. No more fighting. Please get off the pan. Thank you. Oh, look at you. So kind. Oh, okay. Still a little aggressive sounding. Okay. Let me get off. I want you off of this pan, please. Okay. Let me turn off this hot ass oil. Eesh. All right. Next step. Pour the escabeche sauce over the fried fish. Serve warm. They're probably not going to be into that. So I'm just going to put... I'm going to try to put all the fish like on this plate without dropping anything. And preferably without touching everything. There we go. And we'll eat a piece for me. So I can like show it. So this is the first plate of fish. Sauceless, right? First plate of fish. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. I'm gonna get a little plate or bowl. A little bowl. I'm gonna put a little bit of sauce, and then this will be ours. So let's see. So it's we need some red bell pepper and a green bitch. Probably not the most clever plating, but it's fine. Let me wipe my fingies so I can take a photo. Oh, this one's kind of nice. Her. Okay. So let me show you. That is our bowl. Oh, I can't see you right now because Twitch is freaking out or whatever. Hold on. Oh, Twitch? What are we doing? Why are we looking like that? Twitch was looking weird. Are we updating? What are we doing, Twitch? Did the people who handle the app get fired? God, there's bones. Okay. Okay, I can see you, but I can't look at the stream. So if the scene changes, just like let me know. But yeah, this is ours. We're gonna go ahead and try to eat ours. I don't like that there's bones everywhere. God, there's so many bones. I mean, I'm glad that they're like prominent. It's a lot of bones though. Okay. So it's 5:30. Cool. So I'll probably finish eating by 6. Get ready. Go to the thing. So I used spicy banana ketchup, not on purpose because it was like the bottle that was outside. I think it should be okay. Doesn't seem like it'll be too much of a problem for my mom. Well, I'm not really tasting it or feeling it. And I'm the one with the pretty high spice tolerance. So I don't really taste it. So I'm gonna hope that that's okay. And maybe like the vinegar helps neutralize it or something. Oh, there we go. Okay. Sauce is delicious. Okay, I do taste it a little bit. Hopefully it won't be that bad. Okay, there's another bone. So many bones. Oh. So usually when it deals with like there's a sauce that's supposed to go with something, my mom does not want the sauce on the thing. So like usually when you make like Chinese steamed fish, the sauce is on the fish when you serve it. Like that's just how it's served. And so like this would be served with the sauce on it. But I know she's not going to want that. Right? Or she's going to complain. And then I'm going to be pissed off cuz like it's supposed to be served that way, you know? So but yeah. Oh. Nice. Yeah, the Twitch app got weird after I used the camera, so hopefully we're still looking at food right now. Mm. Right. Here you go, chat. Here's a piece of fish with some sauce on it. There we go. Whoop. I think I would have enjoyed this more if the fish had less bones, since this is a sticky sauce, you know? Like I don't enjoy touching my food if there's a sticky element. So let's just do more sauce. You might complain about the salt. I feel like there's definitely going to be a comment about salt, and that's fine. Because I used less salt, but it was salted a while before I put it in the heating element, you know what I mean? So probably going to say something about it. Fair, you know? I feel like this would be really good over rice to absorb the stickiness. True! Most likely you eat this with rice. I don't eat a lot of rice usually. So like when I make those batches of rice, they usually last for like a week or so for me, cuz like, and I don't do that every week. So like, you know, it's just like I feel like having nutrition rice sometime. Oh, you know what? I still have, hold on. We have rice we need to get rid of. This is like the last little bit of my rice from last time. So I made kuning rice recently, whenever it was that I fucking made kuning rice. Kuning, not COONING. So just to be clear about how that's spelled. So it had lemongrass. It had lemongrass, so I'm taking out the lemongrass. Lemongrass is for flavor and aroma, not for fiber. That is not a good source of fiber. So doesn't have a very good mouthfeel. You know, so don't. That would be bad. We'll go ahead and just, yeah. And I'm not gonna warm it because like the food's hot. I do this a lot where I'll just put the cold rice with the food. You know, that doesn't bother me. So it might bother some people, but it doesn't really. So many little bones. Mm. Bone. Now we have slightly more room in the fridge because we took this out. Slightly. We brought home leftovers from earlier this afternoon that I had to like fucking Tetris into the fridge. So that was like not a fun time. But luckily, like it wasn't a lot of leftovers. But we still brought leftovers, and I was like, I hate when we bring leftovers home. Let me just hold on. Just deal with some trash real quick. Oh my god, so many bones! So many bones! But yeah, thanks for reminding me. Because I was like, yeah, we still have some rice left over. This walking back and forth to put the bones in the trash is like more movement for me, right? So. Whoa! Got a bone? That's a bone. So we're playing Where's Waldo with bones. Oh, that's us. Okay. You're a bone! You're those one of those tiny skinny ones. I don't like the tiny skinny bones. If only the rice could cover up the bone. Ugh. I really hate the really tiny bones. Hmm. Eh. Okay. So I was like looking at like a non-electronic food processor thing. Like a chop activated one. And there's a bunch of different ones. And then I saw this one from like a brand I kinda sorta know. And I was like, oh, I should see if they have like a program or something. Because I would like to get that for free. And like in their Facebook or their Instagram DM, they're like, if you need this, email here. If you need this, email here. If you need this, email here. And then for like brand stuff, they were like, email here. And I was like, oh, bitch. Okay. Oh, yeah, there's a bone in there. Okay. I'm gonna try to finish this food in 9 minutes. Okay. Oh, okay. Bone. I hope you got something nice to eat today, Miss. Okay, we're getting full. Good. We ate not long before making this, so we didn't pull a yesterday where I didn't eat for like 20 hours. Yeah, yesterday I didn't eat until like after a little bit before we started baking the pizza. And then I ate 2 slices of the pizza. Um and then we were waiting for the bunbo way to like do it finish. And then I ate some bunbo way, you know. So we did eat. We just like it was real. I didn't eat. I didn't start eating till like 5 p.m. I think something like that. Whenever I started putting cheese on the pizza, there's a bone in here. I don't like this fish. It tastes good. I'm not like not digging all these bones. It has so many tiny little bones. You know, sometimes you just want to eat. You don't want to be like careful while you eat. Like you just want to eat. We got 4 minutes. Let's do a little bit more sauce. Sauce is pretty tasty. But I hope you weren't like me and you ate something. I hope you ate at least twice today. I don't have like the best habits sometimes. And I let people know. I'm like, some of the shit I do is not helping. So like I'm sometimes I accidentally intermittent fast. Yesterday was a little bit more intentional because I was like I wanted to eat on stream. But it still probably was not the best idea because I had like weird chest cramps or whatever. But I ate, but I'll eat again later. I like to eat late at night. Yeah. Like I wanna make sure I don't chicken out of going to this event. Cause I don't go outside, you know. So I wanna eat and I wanna feel good. And I like don't wanna have any anxiety about like being around a bunch of people in a small space, you know? Because I don't know how big this bookstore is. They said that there's, you know, an adequate amount of parking, but what some people think is adequate might be very different from my definition. So, you know, because in Texas you kind of have to drive everywhere, and it's, you know, like it's nice to have access to a vehicle, but it sucks that everything is like nothing really nearby. I feel that a lot, yeah. Like when I visited New York, like that was nice. Although I don't want to be on a train like late at night, you know what I mean? Like I would feel really uncomfortable. Some of those subway stations are very dark and like intimidating looking, like oops, sorry. Late in the evening. So that is like not something I want. Versus if I'm in Asia, if I'm in Korea and on the subways, those bitches are bright all the time, you know? Minus like some underground shopping. That feels a little creepy sometimes, but for the most part everything's lit. You know, you don't feel as scared if you're like traveling by yourself, especially as a woman or like somebody femme presenting, you know what I mean? Cuz yeah, that's not a good time. Okay, that one had a lot of little bones. Blech. I've been putting my faith in N95, and unfortunately I have to bus everywhere, but it's been working for me so far. Nice. Yeah, we recently refilled our mask situation. If you have like the time and money to explore different masks, there's a well, she doesn't really or they, I forget their pronouns. They don't really stream here anymore, but it looks like they're doing YouTube content. Their name is Potatum. POT the number 8. And I think it's another TUM. They're very active on Twitter. I follow them on Twitter. It's like kind of like every couple days or every other day, there are people all up in their shit like talking shit or whatever, or just like being stupid about COVID in her comments. And I'm just like, they are just trying to live, okay? But I stocked up yesterday. Ooh, okay. Yeah, she has a link for these masks, and I haven't tried them. But maybe next time, because like I feel like maybe because we usually like as much as I want to not be dependent on Amazon, for the most part, I get my masks through Amazon, right? Like, most of the medical supply stores are like not really near me. And I have this feeling that they're only gonna have like the surgical masks and not like something with a seal. So like I don't wanna, and a lot of them don't have like online, like, here, this is our inventory, blah 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 blah, you know, just like if they have a website, it's like, hey, this is our location, this is what our building looks like. We're open from like blah 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 on blah 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 blah, you know? So based on my experience of like going to these medical stores, because like, you know, before dad died, you know, we'd go to medical supply stores for various things, and like at some point we were comparing prices of wheelchairs, you know? So my Twitter bookmarks is all mask resource posts, but I've been reluctant to try to some of them because some of these aren't NIOSH approved, which is what I'm concerned about the most. Yeah. I haven't been using proper masks. I am using KN95s. And the ones I'm using have like fit my face pretty okay. Because I've had issues with like various masks just not fitting my face very well. And then there's like a weird gap or something. So the ones I'm currently using fit my face pretty good. But I'm like not using like a proper mask. What I really want is a respirator, like a hardcore, you know, people are gonna think I'm like role playing as somebody in Cyberpunk kind of whatever thing, but I know like my mom would like die of embarrassment if I wore that in public. Like, I personally don't give a fuck, but I know she'd like fucking die of embarrassment. So I'm just like, I guess we'll hold off on this. But also those are an investment too, because you have to like replace the things, right? So, but those I know are NIOSH approved. You know, I know those are NIOSH approved. So, but like replacing the cartridges would definitely get pricey. So, it sucks that I have to like spend more money to survive properly. And like if I wore that in, like, I don't know if people would let me wear that in a work situation. Like, they might get all weird about it. Instead of being like, maybe I should wear a mask because COVID can be asymptomatic and people can fucking die. You know? Because there's just so many people not masking, and I'm pretty sure they don't. Either they don't know it can be asymptomatic or they don't care. And I really hope, and I want it to be because they don't know and not because they don't care. So, oh, I've given up on finding a job. People where I am are asses about masking. Yeah, no, I believe it. I live in Texas. They don't believe in science and vaxes or masking. There's always book bans. Like, so I completely empathize with you on that. People get real fucking weird. You know, I still get like weird stares from like frumpy old white guys. That like stare me down like I don't know. Like I'm the weird one, or like, you know, what are you doing? And I'm just like, at the end of the day, I'm protecting you and your funky ass. Because if I had something, I'm protecting you. But you're not protecting me with your asshole fucking unsanitary whatever the fuck bullshit, you know? People here, all they care about is appearances. I couldn't even get a job at a bootleg shoe store because the manager wanted me to unmask for the shift. Wow. You're not even selling real things. That's so fucked up. Yeah, I wish more people actually like gave a fuck about disabled and chronically ill and immunocompromised people, because then people could work in a way that like is comfortable. But none of us can do that yet. Like one of our streamer friends has like fibromyalgia, which to be fair, don't know a whole lot about. All I know is that it's painful because she tells me sometimes. And so like she'll say she'll have flares and stuff. And it kind of like, I don't know, feels like she's on, like her body's on fire or something, you know? And I'm like, man, sounds like an awful time. Do not recommend. I feel really weird about the world now, but I've adapted and I'm working towards a home employment. Yeah, I need to figure out a skill. I need to figure out some skills where I can survive capitalism without other people. Or like, you know, survive capitalism in a way that is not conventional, I guess is a better way of saying it. Because I know there's a lot of like disabled artists out there. And like, I feel like anyone who's like a digital artist, I feel like that's ideal because you don't have to worry about shipping. You know what I mean? If it's digital. And you can do that from the comfort of your home as long as you have like energy and fucking Wi-Fi, you know? Yeah, I draw. Oh my god. Oh my god. When you start doing commissions, I'm gonna tell everybody. I'm gonna tell everybody. Oh, you know what? That would make sense with your name. That would make so much sense with your name. So, sorry. I don't know. I was like, well, maybe they just like ink. Maybe they like tattoos. I don't know. So, you know, maybe they just liked it because it sounds pretty. Yeah, I wish I could draw. Because I feel like, man, digital art is like totally where it's at. You get to do something creative. And like, even though it's stressful, it's still like an artistic outlet. And even if you're doing really interesting, complicated comms that stress you the fuck out, you're still like learning stuff, either about the client or maybe like about brushes or like a different style of expressing something, you know, like different ways to express an emotion, you know, within the confines of whatever limitations, money, time, space, you know. I think it's really interesting. So, but yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm not done eating though. I'm still kind of like I want to go, but at the same time I'm like, there's gonna be a bunch of bitches without masks, without masks, and I don't know how closely like, I don't know how close we're together we're gonna be. Because if I know that this bookstore has the book, I know I can always get the book later. It's just like, I'll be able to see this person in person. I've never done a book signing before. I've seen it depicted on dramas. But I've never gone to one myself. So I have an idea of how it's supposed to go. But then I think about that and I'm like, that's a lot of people. And I haven't showered in like over a week. I'm pretty sure I smell okay. Yeah. My armpits are okay. Every book signing I've gone to was an accident? Wow. So you just happened to be at the bookstore and then something was happening? You have pretty good RNG. Okay. Oh, is that a bone? Oh, damn. Oh, no, that was Ginger. Oh! But then I met an author and got a signed book. Yeah. Okay. Let me just get like the little bits of rice. I'm gonna soak the dishes. I'm gonna put this. Oh, nice! I can touch you. I'm gonna put you on the stove or the dining room table. They can figure it out. I don't feel like doing any of these dishes right now. They can figure that out. It's like almost time for them to start getting ready to eat dinner anyway, so they'll probably be coming out in a little bit. Okay. This needs to get cleaned. That needs to get cleaned. That needs to get cleaned. I need to put this carrot away. This little nubbin of a carrot because we're waste not, want not. Can't be wasting a carrot. Stream is great, and I hope you enjoy the event, and I hope it goes well. Me too. I think he's a really interesting person. So that's what I'm trying to hold on to here. I want to go see an interesting person. Even if outside is where all the people are, and I don't like people because they suck. So I'm just trying to hold on to the feeling like we're gonna see a full person in person, maybe. So but yeah, I probably still have to end the stream from inside my room though, because technical difficulties with my phone. So I might be late, but like the event should be like an hour at least. So hopefully, you know, it'll be fine. Unplug the charger. That looks weird. That one little dot. Oh no. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna There's gonna be some lighting changes. Yeah, my keyboard didn't want to work today, so I had to use a different keyboard today. So I don't know what was going on with that. And now Twitch doesn't want to work on my other phone, so we kind of have to end from the room, which is fine. I was kind of planning on ending from the room anyway. But it is a little cold, so I guess I'm wearing pants today. It's been very windy, and I have a tendency to get cold when it's cold, but extra cold when it's cold and windy. So did you enjoy? Ugh, I know. I'm a slob. Okay. Oh, it was ad break? There's a fake ad break because I know you're not actually getting an ad. I know you're not getting an ad. No one gets ads in my stream. Oh, we lost another person? Cool. Okay. My numbers always fluctuate, so that's fine. Okay. Wait, is the recipe reboard still on? It's like 6. Wait, white pepper syrup and tortillas. Name a more iconic duo. Okay, what's the recipe reborn doing? Blueberry pie. 5 hours. They're both at like 5 hours. Okay. I'm gonna raid a recipe reborn. So raid a oh god, I forgot that keyboard isn't working. Jesus, okay. Slash, where's the slash on this keyboard? Slash dismiss, because I know you're not actually getting an ad. Raid. Okay. Oh god, fuck. Nope. Oh my cables. Okay. A recipe reborn. Yay! Okay, I keep on forgetting this other keyboard isn't working. Scene end. All right, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. I very rarely do anything under 3 hours just because I don't know how to cook that fast. So, yeah. These are all the places you can find me if you want to give me money or just give me those social currency. And in my, oh, I like how Ko-fi has the Ko-fi icon. That's cute. And if you don't want to support me, there are other people you can support. There's bullshit going on in Jamaica. There's 2 genocides going on. Well, 3 more. There's more than one genocide going on, and one that the United States is heavily implicated in. So it's just like, if you don't want to support me, there are other people you can support. And that's fine. If you don't want to support me, that's fine. If you cannot support me, that's also fine. So just think about it. Bye-bye. Oh, bye. I think you're going to like a recipe reborn. She's very nice. So wear sunblock, drink water, email your reps. Okay, bye.